Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be going over all of the brand new LEGO Monkey Kid sets that were revealed. These are going to be releasing in March of 2021, and we have 7 sets to go over in this video, and I'm getting these photos from the website Stone Wars, so I'll be sure to leave a link down below to their website in the top of the description of this video if you want to check them out, because a lot of the photos going around have been very low quality, but they actually have provided some really great quality photos. So that's why I decided to make this video, because I wanted to wait until you could actually make out what the sets were from good quality photos. So without further ado, let's get straight into it here with the first set. Alright, so first up we have set number 80018, Monkey Kid's Cloud Bike. This one's going to include 203 pieces and it's going to include 3 minifigures as well. And I'm really hoping that this set's going to retail for $20 USD and then 25 Canadian. Now we don't have any official prices, so that's just a guess that I'm making there, but that would be a fantastic price here because most of the Monkey Kid sets are usually pretty overpriced, but this set looks fantastic. And if it is that price, then I think it's a really great bargain. Here you're getting Monkey Kid as of course the main character there. Then you're getting a villain as well, Spin Drax, who I think looks absolutely fantastic. I love the helmet printing there. I think that looks really great, and I like that you get a hairpiece as well to swap it out with. And then the armor looks fantastic also. I think that looks really great as well in that coloring there. And then just the torso and leg printing looks fantastic. And Monkey Kid also has some new torso printing as well, where his jacket's kind of unzipped there, and I think that looks really great. And I believe it's a different design as well, which I think looks really fantastic, so I like that. And they've also swapped out like the headphones for the hood piece, so I like that as well, just to kind of bring some variety. And then the civilian character Rui there, I think is a pretty good inclusion as well. I like her torso printing, and her hairpiece as well is pretty good. And then the 2 builds I think are well done. Also, of course, they are just your standard sort of bikes, but I think they do have some pretty cool features, like Monkey Kid's bike can kind of transform into a flying bike, which of course isn't anything too original. We've seen that quite a few times from LEGO, but still, I think it's a welcome addition here. And I think the villain's bike looks pretty good as well, and they honestly don't look that oversized, so I can appreciate that as well. So I'd say overall, it's honestly a really great set. Next up here we have set number 80019, RedSon'sInfernoJet. This one's going to include 299 pieces and 3 minifigures as well. And I think this is a really fantastic set as well. Honestly, I think the build is really cool looking. I kind of like the idea of how it's like a jet there, and just the symmetry of it and the symmetricalness of it I think looks very nice as well. And then the minifigures included are also pretty great. Of course, we're getting Monkey Kid once again, who of course is an inclusion in a majority of the sets. And then we're also getting Red Sun as well, who's really cool to be getting in this set. I believe this is the cheapest way to get that minifigure, and I believe he has some new printing as well somewhere on him. I think it's on his torso, and I think he looks really fantastic, so I'm a big fan of that figure. And then we get Bob as well, who of course is just one of the kind of generic villain figures there, but I think it's still a good looking figure, and it's really just a cool looking set here. I really do like the look of this one. I think it has a cool bright design as well that just pops. That's one thing I could definitely say with a large amount of the Monkey Kid sets, is that they're really bright and really just creative looking as well. So I like this one quite a bit, and I think it's a great set. Alright, now next up here we have set number 80020, the White Dragon Horse Jet. This one's going to include 565 pieces, and is going to include technically 4 characters, but also just 3 minifigures, because one of the characters is the cat included here, who I think is a good looking cat for sure. It's definitely got a cool design, and this is a great way to be able to get this one. Of course, I don't know what the price is going to be, but it doesn't look like the most expensive set, I believe, and I think the other characters look really fantastic as well. I really do like the new version of May that we're getting here. I think she looks fabulous. I really love her torso printing, and I believe it's the same leg printing as before, but I love the torso there, and her face printing as well with the little eye visor there I think looks really great. And then we have a huntsman also, who is the villain here, and I think he looks fantastic as well. I really do love these like spider themed villains. And then we have a just random civilian here named Sai, and I think he looks pretty good as well. And the jet here actually is a really cool looking build. It's honestly very unique looking in my opinion, and it looks very aerodynamic as well. And I love how they're using like the Nexonite shield piece there on the wings. I think that that looks really great with the two colorings there of like the lime green and then like the more grass green color. I think that looks really great. And then we also have a really cool looking vending machine build as well. At least I believe that's what it is. It's some sort of like game machine or something that you can play, and I think that just looks amazing. I really do love the look of that, and I feel like it's going to go a little bit unnoticed in this set because of course the jet's going to kind of draw your attention, but I think that other side build is honestly a really great one, and it's just a really good looking set. I'm honestly really loving this wave, and I think it's got some of the best builds and the best figures. Moving on, the next one that we have here is set number 80021 Monkie Kid's sLionGuardian, and this one here is going to include 774 pieces and is going to include 5 minifigures in the set as well. Of course, we get Monkie Kid in this set, we get May as well in one of her other cool unique outfits that I believe only came in one previous set, so that's great, we're getting that. We have the Spider Queen as well with a phenomenal looking cape. I really do love the look of that. I think the printing looks great on that cape, and I just love her design overall. Her torso and leg printing looks fantastic also. Then we have the Huntsman once again, who I think is a good inclusion here. And then we have who I believe is Lee right here, or Lou. I can't really read the name. It's a little bit more blurry once you zoom in, but that's a very cool looking civilian character, honestly. I think she has some really cool looking torso printing going on, and it's just a great selection of figures, honestly. And then the sLionGuardian I think looks really great. It honestly looks like it would fit really well with the Chinese New Year sets, which of course is kind of the idea of these sets as well. I think they mold together really well with those sets, and I love that you can kind of integrate them together. And then Spider Queen's build is a little bit more lackluster, but I get that the focus is of course the sLionGuardian, and once again the side build here is just killing it. I think the Monkie Kid has some really awesome side builds, and this one almost looks like a like Dance Dance Revolution game or something like that. So I think that looks really cool. At least that's what I'm kind of taking away from it. It's some sort of like arcade type of build, so I really do love the look of that. But yeah, it's just a really great looking set. I love also the little flags as well that we get on the Guardian build right there. I think those look really nice also. It's just fantastic. A really good looking set, some really great figures, and I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself for all of these sets, but they're honestly really great. Now next up here we have set number 80022 Spider Queen's sArachnoidBase, and this one's going to include 1,170 pieces and will include 6 minifigures as well. We get Monkie Kid in the set, we also get Monkey King as well, with some really cool torso and leg printing on that figure. We have Pigsy included also, who I believe has some new torso printing as well that I think looks really great. It looks like he's really geared up there. And then we have Syntax as well, at least I believe that's what the name of that character is. I think they look phenomenal. I absolutely love that like visor and like hairpiece combo. I think that looks absolutely fantastic, and it's got to be one of my favorite new molds here. And I think that also the torso printing looks so nicely detailed as well. We get another Spider Queen as well, who I think once again looks fantastic with that new cape. I think it has such a cool design, and then also the torso and leg printing there just look amazing. I think that's new as well, and it looks great. And the civilian is just one who I believe is named Jim, and I think that he looks pretty good. Very generic of course, but still an alright inclusion there. And then the actual sArachnoidBase is honestly something really cool looking. I think it looks awesome and has a really great looking design. It kind of looks like it can like sit down as well and be a bit of a base for them as well, as the name says, and I think that's just a really cool idea. It looks awesome. It just has a very cool color scheme to it as well. I like the colors of the villains, and then Monkey Kid gets a little vehicle as well, which I think looks pretty good. And it seems like the story of this one is that they've kind of captured Monkey King, and I really like the staff that the Spider Queen is holding as well. I think that's a really cool looking build, and also the eyes on the spider as well look really cool. I love how they've kind of recreated that. I think that's a awesome looking design. It's just a really cool villain build, and has got to be one of my favorites. Alright, now we've got another set here. This is the second last one here. I know there are a lot of sets to talk about here, but I've got quite a bit to say as well. This one here we have seen previously, but now we have some more updated photos with some more HD sort of picture quality here. And this one is set number 80023, Monkie Kid's Team Dronecopter right here. And I think that this one is an okay set. This build is honestly one of the ones that I'm not as interested in. Now, it does combine, I'm fairly sure, with the previous like really large ship that they have for Monkie Kid, so that is kind of cool how you can kind of combine those two together. I think that's a cool feature, and you also get a ton of minifigures in this one. You also get the cat as well, and the big figure also, which I think is a really cool inclusion here for sure. And I just think the selection here is pretty good as well. You get 3 of the villain, or 4 of the villains actually, because you have Red Sun as well. You get like 2 civilians as well, who I believe one of them on the far left with the scarf is actually one of like the more main characters in the series. I haven't checked it out myself, but I believe that is the case with that character. So I think that's pretty cool that we have them included in this set, and their name's Mr. Tane as well. I had to look down on the box here. We have Mr. Tane, we have Faye, Spider Queen, Huntsman, Syntax, Red Sun, we have Mo the Cat, we have May, Monkie Kid, and then Sandy as well. I'm not as familiar with these characters, so I always have to read their names because the only obvious ones are like Monkie Kid. I know May, I know like Spider Queen, stuff like that where it's obvious names, but for a few, I'm not too sure. But yeah, the build's alright. I'm not a huge fan of the drone. I think it is an alright build for what it is, but just doesn't interest me too much. I like the little like hoverboard that Red Sun is on. I think that looks pretty great. And then the actual like crate builds that we have here, I think are actually more so the highlight for me. I really love the interior builds here. And once again, just highlighting how great the side builds are here. I think they look really awesome. I love like May's sort of area. I like the color scheme there. I like how there seems to be like an arcade machine, a little place to put her weapon. You have some really cool stuff going on here, a little TV as well. So just some really cool stuff there. Spider Queen has a little base as well, which is really cool to see. So it's just a really nice selection there. And then there's also another little like almost like boat looking build on the side as well that Monkie Kid can pilot. So I like that one as well. It's just a pretty good looking set, but it's just not my favorite. Alright, now we've come to the final set here for this video, and this one is set number 80024, the Legendary Flower Fruit Mountain. This one's going to include 1,949 pieces, and will include 8 minifigures in the set as well, which it seems like we're getting Monkie Kid's family as well, or they might be his family, or just relatives, or just people from his village, something of that sort. I don't follow the show, so I'm unfamiliar with the actual plot context here, but I think they all look really great. I love, of course, Monkie Kid's design. Monkie Kid looks great in this set, and then the other 5 monkeys that we get are really great. I love the 2 like younger ones as well, because we get a new coloring there in the monkey headpiece, and then the torsos look really great as well. And then we get the evil monkey character as well, who I have seen before, but I don't know what their actual name is, but I think that they definitely have a really awesome looking design. I especially love their leg printing and their like cape piece as well. I think that looks really great. The like fabric there, I think that looks really cool how it's put on. But this set here, this is something that I was absolutely not expecting. It's kind of cool because I don't follow the show, so I don't know if this is like a big thing in the show or something that I would have seen if I watched it, but I was completely unfamiliar with this build, so this just came out of left field for me, and it looks phenomenal. Honestly, this is a really amazing build. I love all of the nature going on here. I mean, it's all just nature going on. I love the waterfall that they have in like the middle. I think that looks really cool. I like the little like cloud as well, like on the side. It kind of seems like this might be like up in the clouds possibly, or like on a really tall mountain. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but all I know is it looks great. And then like some of like what you could, I suppose, call the interior looks pretty good as well. So I do like that. You can kind of make it a little bit modular, I believe, as well, and like move it around and shift it. So I think that's pretty cool as well. It just looks fantastic. It's a really awesome looking build and a very large one as well. Now I am expecting a very high price for this one, but I'm hoping that it will be fairly affordable because I wouldn't actually mind picking up this set because I think it looks so cool and is just a really unique concept as well. So I think it would just be really awesome to be able to get this one. It's really a great set and has some really cool minifigures that I'm assuming most of them will probably stay exclusive to this set because they don't really seem like main characters. I assume we'll wind up getting the evil monkey character again in the future at some point, but the other characters probably not. So it's really cool to be getting all of those here, and it's just a really phenomenal set. Alright, so that's going to conclude this video here for all of the new Monkie Kid sets that are going to be releasing in March of 2021. I am very excited for this wave of Monkie Kid sets, and I'm almost like half and half on that. I'm very excited, of course, that we're getting some really awesome looking sets with some cool designs, but also on the other side, I'm like, man, I really don't want to have to like get into Monkie Kid because it's a very expensive theme, and it really doesn't go on sale as well because it's like available exclusively through the Lego store, so you don't really get too many sales on it also, so it's a little bit of a half and half situation here, but I am excited overall. I think there's some really fantastic sets here, and let me know if you want to see any future videos based on these sets. I was thinking of maybe doing like a minifigure ranking for this wave, maybe doing a set ranking, something like that in the future I think could be fun to do, but for now, I just wanted to try to bring you the news for all of these. Now I want to hear all of your thoughts as well down in the comment section below. Let me know what are your thoughts on these sets? What are your rankings for them? Do you plan on picking any of them up? I'm really interested and curious to hear what you have to say, and if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, also subscribe as well. I really appreciate the support, it means a ton, so thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.